Welcome back. This is Jeff Byers, and we are actually going to be working on Module 2, Character Rigging, and creating an upper skeletal structure and joint controls. And with Module 2, we are working in getting we got the constraints and controllers all completed. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a forearm twist. Now what this is going to do is it allows us to twist this joint, and it will twist the joints above it. Okay, so that's the idea. So they will connect to each other. So the idea is for it to connect, and it will rotate this joint, meaning that I will use the controller, and I got that set up as LeftWrist CTRL. And then we've got the LeftArmTwist. So the expression basically will be when we twist this around maybe 45 degrees, it will move this exactly 50% of the 45 degrees. So 22.5. So something like that. Anyway, so it'll do about exactly half. So right now, if you were to rotate this wrist, the forearm doesn't twist at all, so it tends to pinch. That seems to be the issue and the problem with that. So basically we have everything all set up, and now we're ready to do the forearm twist. Alright, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to open up our expression editor. Actually, I'm going to open up my notepad, and we're going to go ahead and create a forearm twist expression. So what we're looking at then, if we start with the left_arm_twist, so you want to write that out first, left_arm_twist. It's really important that you write it out exactly the way it's named. Okay, and then we're going to put a dot right after that, and then rotate, all underscore rotate, and then uppercase X, and then equals. Alright, so basically what we're saying is that we're going to take the left arm twist, that's this guy right here, and we're going to rotate it in the X value. Alright, what does that mean? Then it goes, we're going to be connecting it to the left wrist control. Again, left_wrist_control. It's important that you name it exactly how it's written. And then we're going to do dot rotate X equals 0.5 semicolon. Okay. Now, if you don't know where the star is, it is above the 9 on the keypad, above number 9 on the keypad, a numeric keypad. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to copy this, or just do Control X and then put it right next to the other one and hit V. Whoops. Control V. So this is what we have so far. So left arm twist, rotate X equals left wrist control, rotate X 0.5. So whenever this rotates 1, this will rotate 0.5. So when this rotates, this will rotate with it, but at 0.5. So that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and select it and do a Control C. Go ahead and put that off to the side. And then we're going to go to Windows, Animation Editors, and Expression Editor. And this will be called Left Forearm Twist. Okay, there we go. And that looks really good. The expression will be this. Okay, hold on. I don't know what just happened there, but we'll try it again. Alright, expression name. Okay, that would be left forearm twist. Alright, so, and then I'm going to go ahead and copy this from the notepad. Control C. And then Control V. There we go. I find it better to write this out in Notepad than to try to do it in Maya. Alright, so left forearm twist, expression name, expression itself. Pop that in there and create. And we've got a syntax error somewhere, so I need to figure that out. Okay, so we got the left forearm twist, which is this joint right here. And then we got the left arm twist, which is this round controller here. And then I wrote out the left underscore arm underscore twist dot rotate x equals left underscore wrist underscore control dot rotate x times 0.05. So whenever this rotates 1, like if I rotate it like 1 degree, this will the wrist will rotate 0.5. So go ahead and create that. Okay, looks like we've got the expression on there. That looks like it worked okay. And it's got the left forearm twist, and looks like everything's good. So I'm going to close that up, and let's give it a try. So basically, when I rotate this at 1 degree, this will rotate at 0.5, so half. Okay, let's give it a shot. And sure enough, so this will rotate 1 degree, and this will rotate half of that. So it just kind of translates the rotation value at 0.5 all the way up the arm. So it's nice. It's kind of nice to have that. So that is the forearm twist. You'll do the other arm. Okay. The next thing are the fingers. So make sure that before you do any of the constraints and parenting that you make sure all the and it's too late now at this point, but to make sure that all of your controllers are zeroed out like you see mine. We're going to be focusing on the fingers. I'm going to do one, and then you'll have to do the rest. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do a finger curl with this controller. So we're going to do a slider. So we need to do an attribute first for this. So we're going to go to modify, add attribute, and just go ahead and name that to be left index finger. And 0 minimum and maximum to be 5. You could do 10. Let's do 10. And looks like we've renamed it. Looks good. So on this particular index finger, we've got a attribute on there. Okay. And then we have our joints here, our rotational values for those joints. So if I select these all together, hold the shift key and select these guys, and then hit the E key and just rotate that, you can see all the fingers rotate at once, which is nice. Okay. So what we're going to do is, we don't need to have anything selected, but we're going to go to key and set driven key. You need to be in the animation tab. So you can see animation right here. Okay, make sure you're in that. You can go to key and then set driven key and set. And we are going to click on the controller and load that as the driver. And we're going to have that selected and then click the left index finger. And then we're going to select all these. I'm going to hit the Q key, shift select these, hold down the shift key and select these all in order here. And then you can go load driven. There we go. And if we highlight all these, the direction we're going to go in is probably the rotate X, X, Y, and Z. Rotate those. Alright, so those need to be selected. So now we're all set up. So we're at 0 on here. Okay. And then we've got all these selected. So let's go ahead and do key selected on that. And then we're going to click on all these guys here and click on key. Okay. And then we're going to select the controller again, that controller. And we're going to type in something like 10. And then I'm going to click on these joints, hold the shift key down, select them all, and we will rotate them like that. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then we'll go ahead and key. We'll make sure we select the controller and key as well. Always want a key. Alright, so don't turn this off yet. Might have to go back to this. And so in the index finger, I can highlight it. In my middle mouse button, I can scroll back and forth. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this a minute. So holding down the middle mouse button, I can go back between 0 and 10. There we go. So follow this exactly with the other fingers and you should be good to go. Alright, so you'll do that with the thumb, and you need to do this for each one individually, and you have to do it manually for it to work properly. It will not mirror over properly, so you'll need to do it for each finger. You know how to do one, so just go ahead and do the others, and we'll come back after you get it all finished. Alright.